Okay, so today I'm going to teach you how to insert your bobbin and draw up your bobbin thread. I'm first going to demonstrate on the BabyLock sewing machine, and then I'm going to do the Viking sewing machine, and finally the Elna sewing machine. So let's start back with our BabyLock sewing machine. Be sure when you're starting to insert your bobbin that your machine is off. This one is, so we can go ahead and get started. You should be using a clear bobbin for the BabyLock sewing machine. Over on your needle plate near your presser foot, you have your bobbin case. And on your bobbin case here, you have a diagram showing you how to insert your bobbin. You're first going to take off your bobbin plate cover, remove that, set that to the side, and you're going to be sure you insert your bobbin into the bobbin case right here according to this diagram. So you can see that our thread is coming off our bobbin in a counterclockwise motion. So take your bobbin, and you're going to make sure your thread is coming off in a counterclockwise motion just like that spool of thread is. So you'll drop your bobbin in. Thread's coming off, and I'm going to do it just like the diagram. There's some arrows showing you where to go. Thread around, following the arrow, and then this is the thread cutter. It's going to clip your thread off. Then be sure you replace your bobbin plate cover. Okay? At this point, you're ready to draw up your bobbin thread, but we're going to come back to that point. Let's move on to the Viking bobbin. All right, so our Viking bobbin, our machine is off. Now you're going to take off your bobbin plate cover. And this one, you don't have a diagram, but you do have some arrows there. If you notice, you have 3 arrows. You have an arrow here, 1, 2, and 3. So you're going to put your Viking bobbin in just like we did the BabyLock bobbin with it going counterclockwise. You should see the H or the V on the front of your bobbin. So put your bobbin in so that you can see the H or the V on your bobbin. You're going to follow the arrows. So drop your thread into this first little groove here. Where my arrows, there's a little groove, metal groove. And then it's going to slide around to the next arrow, get caught there. And this last arrow is a thread cutter. You pull it a little bit hard. It's supposed to clip your thread. If you have a really dull one like this one, this thread cutter is a little bit dull. So if it's not working, that's okay. Just take your shears and clip off your thread. And now you'll need to replace your bobbin plate cover just like we did the first time with BabyLock. Okay, at this point it's time to drop your bobbin thread, but we'll come back to that. Let's look at the Elna sewing machine. So on our Elna sewing machine, we do have a diagram again. So our diagram is listed on our bobbin plate cover. So you go ahead and remove your bobbin plate cover. And let's look here. On your cover, you have some directions there. You're going to put your bobbin in counterclockwise like we have been doing. You're going to drop it into the first groove of your metal and then come out a second groove of your metal. So we're going to do the same thing. Those grooves are, the first one is here, and the second one is here. There's a little arrow showing you where to go. So put your bobbin in with the holes facing up. It's going counterclockwise. And then you're going to drop your thread into the first groove right there. Drop it in, make sure it gets kind of clicked in there. And then you're going to pull your thread around to the second groove, right? And there is no thread cutter on this one, but that's okay. At this point, you just kind of make sure it's still in that groove and kind of hold it off to the side. Right? And you actually are not going to replace your bobbin plate cover at this point. Now it's time to draw up our bobbin thread. So I'm going to demonstrate on the BabyLock sheet machine first. So back to drawing up our bobbin thread. At this point, every machine always has to have the bobbin drawn up. So you're going to hold on to your needle thread and you're going to turn your hand wheel at the same time. Set down my camera.